Welcome to my channel Kanwal Sidhu. In today's lecture session, we will discuss potential appraisal, its benefits, then potential appraisal process, and finally we will also discuss various methods or techniques of potential appraisal. So let's first define the term potential appraisal. So it is defined as a process of determining an employee's strengths and weakness with the view to use this as a predictor for his future performance. So we can say that potential appraisal is part of performance appraisal that helps us to identify the hidden talents and potentials of the individuals or the employees. So identifying these potential talents helps in preparing the employees for higher responsibilities and positions in future. It focuses mainly on identifying the employees' likely future roles within the organization. So we can say that potential appraisal is a forward looking process, whereas the performance appraisal is a backward looking process. As potential appraisal informs the employees about their future prospects within the same organization based on their capabilities. As we have already discussed in the definition part, that potential appraisal is beneficial for both the organization and as well as the employees. So here are some of the benefits of potential appraisal. The first one is evaluation of capabilities. So with the help of potential appraisal, the employees are judged on various performance parameters. Appraising employees' potential helps us to evaluate his capability to take greater challenges and responsibilities or positions in the organization. So it helps the organization to identify the employees who are capable of taking challenging roles and responsibilities in future. Then it also assists in succession planning, which is the process of identifying and developing new leaders who can replace the old leaders when they leave or retire. Such planning increases the availability of experienced and capable employees that are prepared to assume these kind of roles. So most of the organization incorporate potential appraisal process in their appraisal formats for identifying and developing suitable employees base for succession planning. Then it assists in career development. So the potential appraisal results in identification of hidden talents and skills of individuals. The employee himself might not be aware of certain talents. So the potential appraisal process helps in career development of an employee by giving him opportunity to work on his potential capabilities. Then is motivation of employees. So the potential appraisal leads to identification of hidden talents and thereby motivating the employees to further develop their skills and competencies. It also benefits the organization as it results in better output. Then is identifying of training needs. So the potential appraisal helps the organization to identify the training needs of its employees. Such appraisal throws a light on the hidden talent of employees, which could be developed further with the help of proper training programs. Last one is organization goals. So the potential appraisal concentrates on future planning. It helps us to create a pool of experienced and capable employees by giving them opportunity to discover their capabilities and talent. It also helps the employees to develop their personal interest in alignment with the organization goals. These are various methods and techniques of potential appraisal. We have already discussed these in detail in my lecture session on performance appraisal. So we will discuss these briefly. The first one is self-appraisal. Here the employee himself conducts appraisal to identify his hidden potentials. Then is the peer appraisal conducted by the fellow workers. Similarly, there is a superior appraisal which is conducted by the boss or the supervisor. Then is the leadership exercises. Then comes the management by objectives, where we give objectives to the employee. and he has to achieve those objectives in a given stipulated time. Then are the psychological tests which are conducted to check the behavioral parameters of the employees. Then there is management games like role playing, which also helps in identifying the hidden potentials or capabilities of the employees. The process of potential appraisal is quite simple. The first step is role description. A good potential appraisal system should be based on clarity of roles and functions associated with the different levels in an organization. So this requires extensive job descriptions to be made available for each job. These job descriptions should spell out the various functions involved in performing that particular job. The second step is qualities required. Besides job descriptions, it is necessary to have a detailed list of qualities that are required to perform each of these functions. These qualities may be technical knowledge and skills, manager capabilities, then conceptual or behavior capabilities. Then the third step is indicators of qualities. A good potential appraisal system, besides listing down the functions and qualities which we have listed in the second step, would also have various mechanisms for judging these qualities of the employees, which include the rating process, the psychological test, or some other kind of performance appraisal records. Then the fourth one is organizing the system. So once we have already made a role description and we have the qualities required performing these functions, and then we also know the indicator of these qualities, then mechanisms for generating these indicators are clear. The organization is in sound position to establish and operate the potential appraisal system. Then finally, the last step is the feedback. So if the organization believes in development of human resources, it should attempt to generate a climate of openness. Such a climate is required for helping the employees to understand their strengths and weaknesses and to create opportunities for development. So openness also allows a proper feedback. A good potential appraisal system should provide an opportunity for every employee to know the result of his assessment. He should be helped to understand the qualities actually required for performing a particular role for which he thinks he has a potential. So feedback plays an important role in making this process of potential appraisal a success. So this was all in today's lecture session. Hope it has cleared your issues regarding potential appraisal and how the potential appraisal is different from the performance appraisal. It is basically a part of performance appraisal. This we have discussed in this lecture session. Thank you.